Hey, thanks for joining me. We've got an abs and glutes workout. Abs and glutes today. All right, so the first option is you can use no ball. You're always welcome to skip the ball and just do the work on the floor without the ball. But the ball adds the element of balance, which makes it great for your whole core, not just the front abs. All right, so these weights that I'm using here are optional. It's just an easier way for me with my wrists. Sometimes it bothers me. You want to make sure you're not sagging here. You're lifting up. You don't really want to be a teepee either. You want to be a straight line like a plank. So we're going to curl in. Stop right where your hips and legs are about 90 degrees and roll out. Good, roll in and out. Now we'll get the obliques, roll to the side and the side. And then back to the center. Good. Side, lifting up from your waist, and then a little more challenge to the center. Good. Side, obliques, side, keep that waist lifted, center. Remember not to come here, just to here. So side, side, and center. Good. Make sure you're bracing your abs. If you haven't noticed already, you're also working your arms. So, working your abs, working your quads, you're working your obliques and your arms. One more side. Side, side, and center, either pike or curl. That's the pike. The other one was the curl. One more. I know. I said one more before. There you go. All right. Oh, that was so graceful. All right, next move, you're gonna wanna use one of your weights. It's optional, of course. Start back on your ball and then walk yourself out. Make sure that your feet are hip width apart still. You wanna keep your hips lifted. If you wanna put your weight on your hips for extra tension, you may. You're gonna squeeze that glutes, you have two of them. Lower without letting go of the squeeze, and lift. Good, inhale, lower, keep the squeeze on, so you feel the hamstrings working, and lift. Good, lower, and lift. Now again, you can do this on the floor, with your shoulder blades resting on the mat, but the ball makes you work all those little small proprioceptive muscles. You couldn't really make them work on your own. Say, ooh, I'm gonna fire my multifidus right now. You wouldn't necessarily know where that is, but when you're challenging your balance, it fires automatically. Good, keep that squeeze on, don't let it go. So even here, I'm squeezing. When I lower in that squeeze, I feel it more in the backs of my legs. A few more, squeeze it up. Think about drawing your ribs to your hips so you're engaging your abs the whole time. You don't want to arch the back here, like so, no arching here. You're going down as one unit. And squeeze up. Good. 3, relax your shoulders. 2, you want your head to be resting gently on the ball. Last one, hold up. You can drop the weight. Try to transfer your weight to your left leg and lift your right, keeping your hips high. Good, try to balance and switch. It's easier if your eyes are open, but the sun is right in my eyes. Good, squeeze the glute. Both feet squeeze up and roll back up. All right, we're gonna stay pretty much in this position. I'm just gonna put my weights here for my feet. It's nice if you have something to put your feet on. We're gonna do abs lying on the ball. Hands behind your head. Your head is resting heavy in your hands. You're gonna inhale, and on your exhale, draw your ribs to your hips and pull your belly in. Good, inhale, and exhale, curl up. My weights are rolling away from me. Maybe I'll turn them this way. You can also put your feet up against a wall or a step. All right. So exhale and roll up. Good. Inhale and exhale. Try to keep, even when you inhale, keep your ribs drawing down to your hips. Think about scooping your abdominals in. Inhale and exhale. You can hear it's hard to breathe when you're doing it right, because as you pull the belly in, you're using your diaphragm, it's the top of your abdominal muscles, and it forces the air out. Good, so inhale, exhale, tighten, force the air out. Good, inhale, exhale. Remember that inhale is not a time to relax and open up here. You still want to stay tight, exhale. So you're really not getting any rest. Inhale and exhale. Imagine you have a soft, juicy peach between your chin and your chest. You don't want to squash it, nor do you want to drop it. You want your chin to stay just right there. Good. So this would be pulling too hard on your neck, leading with the head. Nor do you want to be here. So your head and neck are in alignment with your spine. Exhale. Shh. Pull it in. One more. Shh. Good job. All right. One more thing of abs, since it is abs and glutes. This time you're going to have your elbows or forearms on the ball. So you're just going to roll out and roll in. Roll it out and roll it in. So I can feel all that working along in here. If you feel strain in your back, then you want to go only to the point where you don't feel the strain. So if that's just here, that's all you're going to do. So you can go right here. Just feel your abs tight. You can go a little further. Remember, you don't want to sag here. You want to stay tight right here. And exhale. Good. Inhale and exhale. Try to keep your chest open. Good. Chest stays lifted. Back muscles are engaged. Abs are engaged. Inhale and exhale. Arms are working too. Alrighty. And over to your back. A little more glute work. Bridging on the ball. One of my favorites. I had a ACL surgery, so they used my hamstring tendon, and my left hamstring is considerably weaker still. It was like 12 years ago, 13 years ago, So let's start with your left, assuming your left is your weaker side. Left foot on, right leg lifted. Inhale and exhale, lift. Good. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. I'm sure you immediately felt that hamstring working, your calf working. If it's cramping up and your foot is flexed, or pointed rather, try flexing your foot. See if that helps. If your foot is flexed, try pointing it. If none of that helps, put your foot on the floor. 2. One more. Good. And switch legs. I don't know if you could see me quivering there. Foot flat on the ball. Inhale and exhale. So you're in good company if you were quivering. Good. Squeeze those glutes. Do you notice, is this side a lot easier? It's a lot easier for me. Relax your shoulders. Make sure you're only coming up onto your shoulder blades. You don't want to put pressure on your neck and head. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Keep your abs engaged. 3. Woo. Starting to shake. 2. And 1. And both legs. Feel like this will be the easy one. 2 parts. So pay attention here. You're going to lift just so that your shoulder blades are on the mat still. And then squeeze the hips higher. You're not going to come up higher here onto your head. You're going to stay here. So it'll be lift, keeping your shoulder blades down, squeeze the hips higher. Good, and lower. So that last part is just more work here. All right, ready? Lift, squeeze, and lower. Keep those inner thighs closed. Lift, squeeze, and lower. Do you feel one leg is working harder than the other? If so, try not to let your strong leg take over. Work evenly into both legs. Lift, squeeze, and lower. Remember, make both legs work equally hard. Lift, squeeze a little higher, just the glutes, and lower. Lift, hamstrings and glutes, squeeze to lift higher, and lower. 2 more. Lift, squeeze, lower. Last one. Lift, squeeze, and lower. And that's it. Good job. Thanks for joining me.